Guys, what are you doing out here? Let's go inside where it's warm. Look at this friggin' mess. We got snow on Sunday and it's snowing again. But guess what? That's okay, because we're gonna be in the garage working on part 5 of the national build, guys. Check it out. Whew. Well, we won't be riding anytime soon, that's for sure. We are still waiting for our heel guards and our foot pegs. We should have those this week, so no pressure, Herb Willis. If you're watching this, no pressure, no pressure. Just get it done, all right? So today, I'm out of breath, guys. I'm out of breath. Today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the linkage. We're gonna pop those bearings in, get that done. We did get our chain and sprockets in, so we will put on our front sprocket. I think we're going to partially prep the swing arm. It's not going to be complete. We're going to do a couple things to it. We can do our chain slide. We do need to put our plugs in, get the bolts in, get the little rubber gasket that goes in there. We have a bolt that goes over here. So we're going to just get that prepped. I'm waiting for some OEM bearings. Now I have some, but what I like to do on these is I like to put 2 bearings on each side, on the outsides, versus the one that it normally comes with. This just adds longevity to the swing arm. So that's a little trick that some people have told me. That's what I do. So I'm going to wait for those bearings. I'm not going to go do it now. We'll do that, and maybe we'll neaten up that wire. Maybe we can do the clutch basket. We can do the Fastco brake clevis and rear brake. We can do the rear master cylinder. We got that right here. So we're gonna do a couple of these little things and show you guys what we get done today. So let's go. Alright guys, so we're going to press these in. We're going to start with the little ones. I greased all this up. I'm not sure if you can see. I got some grease in there just to make it a little easier. We got our first little one. We'll pop that one in first. Should go in pretty easy, hopefully. You're gonna want to put these in just a little bit, maybe like 1/8 of an inch or so for the seal. That should be good right there. Pop it around, do the other one. We'll have to switch to the smaller little bearing press to flush it in a little bit. That's good. All right, now we'll do the larger bearing, just one. Just one bearing for that one. This guy right here. this one we just kind of want to do the same thing. You want to center it. So that's probably good. We'll look on the other side and see. That's pretty good. It's about even. You can see about even spill. We're gonna push it just a touch more. Make room for the seals. That's good. All right. Now we'll pop the seals in. See, both bearings are in there. Nice, nice. Let's get the seals in now. All right, time to get these seals in. Got them in. Just like we've been doing with the A-arms and all the other bearings we've installed. It's all pretty much the same exact method. Just find a die that's big enough to go over it. Pop them in. And that's that. Now we can do the big one. We need something to kind of rest on. That's gonna work. Alright, so that is our seals. Get this one over now. Sticking up a little bit. Alright, so that's all our seals. You can see they're all in there, nice. So we're gonna add, these are greased up pretty good. We're gonna add, we'll just grease up our pins. We'll probably just put a little more in here. Grease these up, and then we'll throw our pins in. And after we just put a little grease on the large one. I'll pop that in. That's that. Right. Grease up the other one. Alright, now we just need our end caps on there. There's one. There's two. So we don't put anything on this one. This is where the this goes in between the swing arms, so there's nothing. It's just the seals and the centerpiece. Oh, we got a seal popping out on us. Let's push it in. Push it in, push it in. Pretty good, pretty good. We can put our bolts in here for now, just so we don't lose them. The long one is for the pull rod. Oh, we lost that. So this one can go in there. And then the shorter one is for the actual part that goes into the swing arm. So we'll just keep that right there. And this way we won't lose anything. Alright guys, so we have our Fastco rear brake clevis. That's this guy right here. This thing is great versus the stock one. So this is the piece that connects to your rear brake pedal. So with this, it eliminates the slop. So with the factory one, you'll get a lot of this, which it's crazy, even brand new, a lot of slop. So this will eliminate that. So you have a nice positive connection. They also sell this return spring kit. This is another great piece. This just adds more spring tension to your rear brake pedal so it returns faster, which is always good. You can fine tune it because you can screw this higher or lower, put a little more tension on the spring. A great product, guys. Pretty inexpensive, Fastco, so check these out. So for now, we will just mount this. Well, we'll get our master cylinder up in place. And we're on the boat. All right, we will just fasten this loosely for now. We still need our fender brackets, so we'll just put this in place so it just stays put. Just tighten the bottom one for now. That one will end up staying just like that. Now we can get our pedal on. If you're doing the rear brake clevis spring kit, you're gonna have the rear brake clevis and spring return kit. You're gonna have to take off the stock clevis, which is pretty easy. I believe that's just a 12 millimeter. Unscrew that. So first thing you'll do is slide the spring up, and then you'll put on the little retainer. And you can just screw that on. Oh, come on. There we go. Now I like to put a good amount of tension on this so it really gives me that good return feel, nice and quick, so that's pretty good. I do like to keep one washer on there just to lock it down on the clevis. And then you can spin your clevis on there. Now for me, I just turn this on there. I like my foot pedal to be nice and high so I don't have to reach too far to grab it with my foot. So I kind of thread this in just so the end of that threaded shaft is right to the bottom of that clevis. So that's pretty much where I stop it. Now you can fine tune this for your liking, but that's where I put mine. So now we'll go ahead and put on the brake pedal. So I'm going to grease this bolt up. Then we can throw it on the level. Don't forget the washer. We can screw that on. Get an Allen wrench. Will be a number 6 Allen wrench. We still need our bottom factory spring. I don't think I got one of those. I have to order one. And we can tighten this up. Alright, then it's a matter of just lining that pedal up. Put the pin in there. Alright, then they give you a little cotter pin. You're going to slide that in the back and bend it over. We took the subframe off also to make it easier to work on back here instead of bumping our head. This bolt also has a hole for a cotter pin as well. I never really used that one. I've never had a problem with that bolt coming off, but you can always put that back. It actually comes with like a little circlip kind of deal, almost like what goes on the adjustable axles. But like I said, I've never really used that. I always keep it off. Right, so that's good. So we'll show you guys. This is with no spring right here, guys. Look at that. No spring, no spring, no factory spring right here. Look how quick that is. That's just that. So imagine when we put this spring on there, it's going to be super fast to return, which is awesome. Alright, so we'll just show you. We have to tighten up this guy right here, 10 millimeter. We can get in there. Actually, I'm going to have to use the open end, I think. Alright, get the open end, give it a little tighten. For our reservoir, it's pretty good. Nice. Alright, we do have one little bracket we can throw in. That's this bracket up here. That just keeps the master cylinder line in place. That's just an 8 millimeter. Tighten that up. That's that. Alright, so that is that. That'll just go down like that once we get the rest of the parts on there. Alright, since we're over here, we might as well, we're just going to throw the basket in for now. I'm not going to do the clutch yet. I'm not going to do the clutch until I can put oil in this thing. So let's go get the basket. We'll pop that in. Alright guys, we just used the zip tie on our lift to hold the brake pedal down so we can get this cover off. I think what we'll do too is we will get our new cover, a new recluse cover, so it looks nice. Put our dowels back in, they were stuck in the old cover. Alright, so we'll put our gasket back on. Way. This way. All this crap out. Showed you guys before, if you're going to run an OEM basket, this is the one you want, the 8 rivet style. This is 09 to 2010, I believe. The 3 rivet is bad, so do not get that one. If you have that one, get rid of it quick. They can explode and do a lot of damage on your engine, so just make sure this locks in. It feels pretty good. So we do have the larger washer you want to use. Actually, I'm gonna get a new one of these. I have new ones. I'm gonna get a new one. Alright, so we got a new one, larger washer. Ooh. Alright, so I think we're gonna get our basket. We'll get the basket done. We're just not gonna do any plates yet. Alright, we got our basket. Pop that on. I don't think this is in all the way. Our basket is definitely not in all the way, so we need to figure that out. It's tough to turn over because the plug is in it. Oh, there we go. Got it now. Retainer clip and our bolt. We'll hold it with our basket holding tool. Tighten up. Then go a little more to turn that nut a little more. The gasket keeps flying off. Alright, so now we just gotta bend that guy over, lock it in. Catch it. That. Alright, so that's going to be it for this. We will do the full Recluse install when I get fluids in the engine, which hopefully will be soon. We got the exhaust. I just talked to HMF today. The exhaust is being built this week, which is good. So once we get that, we could, I could put fluids in this now, but I want to be able to start this thing up shortly after I put the clutch in. I don't want it to sit in there for a long period of time. I will soak the plates, but I just don't want to have the thing just sitting in here for a long period of time. So I'll wait till I'm close to starting it, and then I'll do the clutch. We'll get this back on there. Look at that. That looks much better. Oh, I forgot this. Don't forget this. The push rod piece. That guy right there. Alright, now we will start working on our swing arm to get that set up. Alright guys, one thing we did not do before we sent this to Herb Willis was drill and tap these bolts. I run a larger size bolt for the swing arm skid plate. So I run a number 8 on the front two, which I suggest running a number 8 at least in all of them. But then I run a number 10 on the back two. So we're going to drill these out and tap them now. We'll get some grease in here. These little 6s are kind of cheesy, that's for sure. Definitely will snap off on a hard hit. So this is just something I've done on all my swing arms from day one. Yeah, so we'll do the 8s first. Bigger ones. So the bigger ones you don't want to drill all the way through, you want to go down. I go down, I don't know, maybe about that far. Just enough to grab these guys. That's the bolts I use. These are the ones I use for the front. Pretty good. Do the other one. You kind of feel where it bottoms out to the main part of the swing arm. So you definitely want to just stop right there. So let's get this cleaned up and then we'll tackle. Alright guys, we're going to start with the back two, the larger of the two. 10mm. We greased our tap. You guys got one of these? These are actually nice versus like the T-handle thing. And nice and easy. Keep it straight. And just send it. See how deep we are. Clean off this thing already. It'll go a little more. Get the crap off of it. Going for a little more. I need to kind of get leverage on this thing. Like this. Much better. Probably good. We'll check it. We only need to go about, for me, about 3/4 of an inch. That's more than enough. I think that is perfect. Now we'll get ready for the other one. One more grease. Should be good. We'll check it. That is good. Clean this off. And we'll do these smaller ones. Alright, these are easier because you can go right through the swing arm. These just go right through, so you don't have to worry about these. Just run that one all the way down and into it. It'll be good. grease up the tap. And we'll send it. Do the same thing because there's good leverage like this. That is good. All right, last one, boys, last one. All right, that's that one. All right, we'll get the stuff all cleaned up real quick. What do you guys think? It's pretty clean, right? Tough to see, I know. That one you can really see. They look good. Show you guys. That's the little one, that's the 8, and here's the 10. So that's what I use. Alright, let's move on to the other small items for this. Alright, so we'll do the simple things first. We got our little rubber grommets for the holes in the front section of the swinger. We just pop those in like that. It keeps dirt and mud out of there. Pop these in. We're not going to be able to put the chain slide in. I was hoping we could, but we need to push the bearings in first, so we won't be able to do that. But that's okay. Next, we will just put our bolt for the carrier in, just loosely. We've got a brand new gasket for that. Four brand new bolts, OEM, 4 brand new washers. We did get our carrier in, which is nice, our LSR carrier in. That's in. So I'm thinking, guys, what we may have to do is, I do have an old, it's actually an old shock, but it's been serviced, so it's fresh. It just looks old, you know what I mean? And then maybe I can find a stock linkage just for now, so I can at least get the rear end together. That would help. And then once I get the new shock in from B&R, I can swap it out. Missing a bolt. Oh, here it is. So I may do that just so I can kind of keep moving along. I talked to Hauser today, and those linkages are still, they're saying end of the month, so that's you know, we're talking 3 weeks maybe, which stinks. Well, it is what it is. Better wait. Unless I can find a used one. I don't think I have any used XC links. I'd have to look. I think I got rid of them all, but I can check. Alright, so that's that. So then lastly, we would just pop this bolt in. That is just for the caliper bracket. That just keeps the caliper bracket straight. Good. So that's going to be it for the swing arm, guys. Once we get the bearings in, I'm hoping at the end of the week we'll push those in, and then we can do the chain slide, but that's all we can do for now with this. Alright guys, we can get our Gland Innovations rear caliper cooler on, which is cool. I've always ran these. It's a nice touch. Got our rear caliper right here. We'll pop that on quickly. That out. That is nice, very nice. Huge thanks to Gland Innovations. They always take good care of me. Alright, next we're going to start our brake lines, guys. We will have our calipers tomorrow back from cleaning, so we can finish those up, so we'll get the lines ready. Get this all in place. Check it out, guys. Check out the blue brake lines. They look pretty damn good. So we will get this guy under here, fish it up. Try to make sure it's nothing rubber or anything. I may have to clean it. I'll get this tightened up on the frame, then we'll attach our two lines. We'll just get them ready. We're not going to clamp them down just yet. We'll wait till we get the calipers just so we know everything is in the right spot. Give this a tighten. Pretty good. I'll just get these in here just loosely for now. This way we can take care of these things. Oh, these are long. That'll be alright. Yeah, then no. I like the blue. First time running blue lines. Usually I do the gray or the black, but these look pretty good. Obviously the black machine last year had black lines, so we figured to follow, we would do blue lines. They look pretty good. I do not have a blue line for the rear. I have a black one, but we may swap that out later. You can see right here, but we may change this later. Alright, let's move on to something else. Alright, next we're going to put on our headlight brackets. Now we will need to cut these after. Basically you need to cut them for my custom deletes. I need to cut them kind of like right there. But we're waiting for new block offs to come in. So once I get those, I can go over those with you guys. And then I'll show you exactly where to cut. But we're just going to put these on the quad for now. Probably just, I'll tighten them up. It's not a big deal. But like I did on the dash, I used a washer like this, and this locks these in place so much better because normally these flop around, so it's actually nice having these washers in place because these things will stay nice and steady. And these obviously have mounts for the front of your plastic, so it's just a pain when everything bounces around. So we will have to put a grommet in that. We need that for the plastics. But this actually works really good. See that, guys? Solid. Alright, we got that one done. We'll do the other side. We will have to grab some more of these larger washers, unfortunately. I only had 2 new ones left. These are old. We'll get some new ones at Ace Hardware. And we'll change these after. I need some other miscellaneous nuts and bolts there as well. So time to take a trip over there and stock up. See that, guys? This is definitely a nice trick. Everything's solid on this front end. Definitely makes it so much nicer when you're riding. You don't hear any kind of vibrations. Nothing loosens up, so solid for sure. All right. I think what we'll do next is we will clean up our wire for our hour meter. We'll get that all zip tied and cleaned up and in place. All right, so I think I'm just gonna zip tie this to this vent hose, and then I'll zip tie the slack. I think I'll keep all the slack down here. And I'll zip tie that like that. Should be good. Just to keep this guy in place. We won't go too tight because we don't want to crush our hose. And that's enough. That'll hold it. A little tighter maybe. think there's good. Trim this zip tie. I'm going to put a couple more on this. It's just not really cooperating. And then this part I'm just going to do like that. That actually looks good. I suppose I could actually trim this up too. That could be an option. If I want to take this all apart and then just measure exactly what I need. I could get rid of this excess, but I'd rather not do that, just in case, you know, if I end up moving that hour meter, I have a little extra play, so I'll probably just keep it like that. That doesn't look too bad. I'll put another one here. Keep this thing in place. Trim these up, and I think that is a wrap for that. It's nice and neat. It's not going to go anywhere. Alright guys, next we are going to, had a lot of guys ask me last year, I like to put a little handle on this IMS cap. This is just like a dust cap. So I just use some rubber hose and a zip tie. I'll show you guys how we do that. So first we're just going to cut this piece off. Pretty easy. Cut that off, you're not going to need that. Trim it up nice and close. Alright. I think we're going to get rid of this one too. You can zip tie it, but I could zip tie it through my handle. Alright, so there's that. So you want to drill, you're going to drill 2 holes in between this section, guys. So you can kind of use these little holes in there, if you can see that in the molding. There's 4 holes in the center. We got one there, one there, one there, one there. So you can pick those holes and you can just drill through that. Or the zip tie. You got a small enough drill bit. Small enough drill bit. You can drill a hole, just pick 2 of those, any 2 of those spots, and that will be good. So we'll drill our holes, keep it right to the edge. There's one. Get the other one over here. 2. Alright, clean it out. Use our knife. Now usually I use thicker hose, and I'm going to see what I got for thicker hose, but I wanted to see how this thin one works. So basically, now you just get a measurement on your hose. That's probably good. Cut the hose. And then we would pop the zip tie in from underneath. And then we'll put the hose on that. And then work the zip tie into the other hole. Just like that. And then connect it. And then just tighten that guy up. Nice. And then trim your zip tie. And boom, look at that. Nice pull cap for your IMS fuel tank. Alright, we'll show you on the tank in a second. Alright, let's check it out. Oh yeah, that's nice, guys. That is nice. So easy, cheap trick you can do to make your quick fill cap easier to get off. A lot of guys will zip tie this to some part of their machine, like the handlebars, just so they don't lose it, but I've never actually lost one, and I never tie it to the machine. I just leave it like that, and that's it. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for part 5. Hopefully this one is a little shorter than the last couple. I know the last couple have been close to an hour, so we do have some more parts coming tomorrow. We will have our calipers, our master cylinder, so we can get that done in part 6. We will work on the brakes. I'll show you guys a complete install using the DP brakes, DP rotors, all that good stuff. We're still waiting on bearings for the swing arm. I was hoping to have those. We don't have them yet, so that will be for another day. And then maybe we will do with the brakes, maybe we'll do the recluse clutch. We will see. I can probably go ahead and put fluids in this thing now. I'm in pretty good shape to do that, so we may do that. We'll see how long the DP brakes video goes doing that stuff. Maybe we'll just do a short video on that, keep that separate. And then once we get our bearings in for the swing arm, we can pretty much wrap up that. I'm thinking for now, I'm just going to mock it all up with one of my older shocks. This has been serviced. It's ready to go. It's been serviced. It's just an older shock, so it doesn't look as shiny new as a new one. So we could put that in once we get the bearings and finish the rear end at least. And then I could change that after. I'm still waiting for a link, but I may have an old one, so I could put all that stuff in temporarily. That would definitely help, because then we could finish up the subframe, take care of the intake, take care of like the battery box, the air box, all that stuff. So that could be after the brake video. So maybe part 7 we may do that. We'll see. I'm here at end of the month for the linkage, so we just gotta wait. We are still waiting for tires, so I can't do anything with tires yet. And I do need to order rims, which I'm going to probably do this week. I do have old ones, but I would like to put new ones on here with, you know, brand new tires, brand new tire balls. So I'll do an install on that. That may be a separate video, because that may be a little time consuming, but we're getting there, boys. We are getting there. It's definitely coming together piece by piece. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me some comments. I always love reading through the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I'm doing. Definitely appreciate all the support from you guys. And give this video a thumbs up. That helps a ton. And if you're not yet, please consider subscribing. And we'll see you on the next one, all right? Peace.